What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Nye. I'm not gonna do my formal introduction due to the video at large. I just have a lot that I need to get off my chest. So this is gonna be a life update, but also a why I'm not in college, and I'm gonna explain everything. Everything is gonna make sense, okay? As y'all have seen, I have been absent from YouTube for about 2 weeks and maybe 3-4 days now. I just can't, I don't know, like, putting myself in front of the camera has been so hard these past couple of weeks. For this original video, if y'all seen on my community tab, I was gonna do like a well, y'all didn't know this, but I was gonna do like I filmed a life update video. I was doing hookah, and I was gonna end up doing my makeup to, you know, just talk and chit chat with y'all. But I ended up scratching the footage because after I did that life update, my life decided to update. So I just didn't feel the need of putting that out. I probably should have to give y'all more context, but in this video, you're gonna get all the context you need, I promise. So I made a GoFundMe for college, and I'm gonna explain. It's all gonna make sense. So let's start from the very beginning. The big secret that I've been, and I will try to put timestamps in the description box for you guys, in case you want to pick and choose what parts you want to go. Anyways, so the big surprise that I was holding from you guys was that I was going to college. I'm going back to college. I am going to attend Rowan University here in New Jersey. I'm going to be a biochemistry major. I'm supposed to move into college next week, next Monday. I have nothing packed. I have bought nothing. I'm living in an apartment on off campus at Rowan, which I'm excited about because you guys know my toxic living situation. And I know that me being at Rowan will definitely help me elevate different aspects of my life, such as my YouTube channel. I feel like my YouTube channel will skyrocket. Bratsway will really skyrocket, you feel me? And previously, you guys know that I went to Delaware State University, for those who do not know, in Dover, Delaware. When I first started YouTube 2 years ago, I had made a video on why I'm not in college, and I had decided to delete it. I don't know. Back then, I was just deleting a lot of videos, and I really wish that I had kept a lot of those videos up because they were very much staples in different aspects of my life. But it's okay. I'll put the thumbnail here so y'all can see that I'm not lying. But yeah, I did a video on why I wasn't in school. So let me give you the background history on why I'm not in college as we speak. 4 years ago, damn, I'm getting old. 4 years ago, I had applied to Del State. I had received $80,000 worth of scholarship money for all the schools that I attended, but I had personally chose to go to Del State because it was far away from home, far enough. It's only like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from here, from Jersey, where I'm at. And I live in South Jersey. And you know, I was excited. I'm first gen student. I'm the first one in my family to go to college, so you know, I definitely felt the pressure. I definitely went through a lot of things while I was at DSU. I'm not going to really get too much into details, but if you guys want some college story times, I can give you guys those, besides the college college roommate horror story, which is on my channel. It's like the very first video on my channel, and I'll link it somewhere here. But yeah, I went to Del State 4 years ago. Now, 4 years ago, I was about 18, 19. I knew nothing about college. I'm not gonna lie to you. I dead ass thought college was free. I didn't know how it was gonna work. I did have a little scholarship, but with HBCUs, they're very stingy with their money. That's one thing I will say, which is why a lot of Black people tend PWIs, because PWIs tend to give you more money than HBCUs. That's just an honest fact. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like HBCUs be giving out all the bread, because they don't. Especially when you're out of state. They really don't. If you're not an athlete, if you're not like in the top 10th percentile of your graduating class, and you're not getting a lot of scholarship money, full rides, none of that. Like, and it sucks. It sucks because there's a lot of us out here that really want an education, and it's hard. And then you have people who will go to college and get their education, but they're failing, they're partying all the time, they're not taking it seriously, and they're really just taking the college life for granted. When me, I'm sitting here struggling to, you know, be a nurse and, you know, better my life to get out of the living situation that I'm in right here currently. And it just sucks. So basically what happened was, I did not know that I had like a balance prior to attending DSU. My godmom had warned me about it, but like she also didn't help me or help me get in tune with it. Cause again, I really genuinely didn't know. I'm 18, 19, fresh out of college. I filled out all my college applications on my own. I paid for all my college applications on my own. I was a all year round athlete on top of working a full-time job and taking college classes at RCGC, which is now RCSJ. I had a lot going on, and with me being first gen, I was very, very unprepared. Granted, high school, specifically Avid, helped me prepare for college, but it didn't prepare me for college as I expected. So what ended up happening was I had a balance. I believe it was like, I don't know if it was 10. I can't remember the exact balance that I had. I know it was definitely over like $5,000. So what ended up happening was by the time I figured out that I had a balance, I had visited DSU in the summertime right before moving day. And I was too late to do a payment plan, and I don't come from money. My mom is a single parent of 2 children. And it's always been like that. So, you know, we clearly didn't have the money for me to go to school. So like I said, I was too late for a payment plan. I needed to pay everything in full. So that just didn't happen. So what ended up happening was I tried to move in on move-in day, hoping that, you know, things would work out, and hoping that they would let me still move in. I'll put pictures somewhere here on the screen. Me and my family all... Okay, I'm back. Oh, Lord, I was dying. Anyways, so as you saw in the pictures, and this was way before me and my family fell out. This was 4 years ago. We had all wore matching t-shirts. I had packed my little stuff up to go to DSU, preparing to move in. But I didn't directly move in. I went to the financial aid office to, you know, figure out what was going on. They gave me the total and pretty much told me that I couldn't move in. So with me being, with me being an incoming freshman, it was embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. It was very embarrassing because I had bought all this stuff. I had packed everything in our car and I was ready to go. I was ready to move in and I couldn't move in. I had met my roommate that day, even though I knew her prior to moving day. If you know, like I said, watch the college roommate horror story for more info, because I'm not finna touch base on that for real. So that was that. I didn't know what to do at that point. I was just like, very upset because, like I said, I'm first gen. I was unprepared and I didn't know too much about college. My mom didn't know too much about college. Like, nobody in my family knew much about college. It was just me. And I had felt like, for me to be an 18-year-old, doing what I was doing, Jesus, I don't know what's going on. For me to be 18 years old, going through all that at one time by myself, that was a lot. That was a lot. It was a lot. So, I don't really put the blame on anybody. I mean, I felt like I blamed my parents back then because I just do feel like, you should always have some sort of, stash for your child when they go to college. Like, I just feel like that's just an essential thing. And I know my mom was never good at saving, like I said, she was a single mom my entire life. So, she did what she could. She put she paid the bills, put food on the table, clothes on my back, and I get it. But I don't know. I had a lot of anger, resentment back then. And I still kind of do, and we'll get into that. But yeah, so what ended up happening was my grandma, her friend of 20 plus years, had the money to send me to school. This is where shit gets fucked up. She had given me $2,000. I think I probably needed about, I don't know if it was like 10. I really can't remember my balance at the time. I really can't. And again, I'm being me being the only one going, and I low-key felt like nobody was nobody was helping me, because it was just me going to school. Like, it was just like well, you're the one going to school, so why the fuck do I need to help you type of thing, right? So she had the money to send me back to school. It was $2,000. Now, instead of me putting that money towards my balance and then dividing the balance into a payment plan, I had only paid a certain amount. No, I had only put down the two. Okay, let me see if I'm wording this correctly so this makes sense. I wasn't able to do a payment plan, but when I was able to pay it, once my grandmom's friend gave me the money to pay it, I ended up taking the money she gave me and put that on the payment plan. So my payment plan was split of multiple payments of $2,000 instead of it being divided into my overall balance to keep me there for both semesters. So the money that my grandma's friend gave me paid for one semester only, basically, is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. Again, all of my family was around when this happened. My mom, my grandma, no one decided to help me out. Nobody guided me. I just did what I thought was right. I really don't know why my voice is fucking up and why, I don't know, hold on. I should be fine now. I'm so sorry. I've never choked up like this before. Yeah, so, like I said, everybody was watching me. Nobody helped me out. Nobody tried to help figure out nothing. Everybody just put it all on me, basically, which sucked because, like I said, I was doing a lot. And for me to be an 18-year-old, your average 18, 19-year-old, not saying that I'm not smart, because I'm very intelligent, but that's just not something that an 18 or 19-year-old should just go through by themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all are my guardians, y'all are my parents, y'all should be helping me, y'all should be finding out from somebody what I need to do, calling the school, something. Don't put all of that on me. Granted, I am first gen and I am going, and I did put myself to get there, but I still need the love and support of y'all to help put me there and keep me there. You feel me? So I definitely didn't have the emotional support of my family to keep me in college, which is, we're gonna get into that. So to make a long story short, I ended up moving in. Now on moving day, I moved in to Del State on the first day that classes started. So the first day that classes started, I had moved all my stuff in. Once I moved all my stuff in, I headed to my first class, which was psychology. And I did attend DSU for a full semester. So from August of 2017 to January of 2018, which would have been the fall semester for that entire year. And this is why I'm not there, pretty much. So, when I came back from, so like I said, I was already on a payment plan for the money that my grandmom's friend had given me, right? As I went to the financial aid office each month, or each month that I was there, I will go ask them, what is my balance? What needs to be paid, so I could tell my mom back home. So somehow, some way, they can figure that out, and I could work on just being a damn student and just living my life, because I have a new life now. I'm no longer Nyja from New Jersey. I'm Nyja living in Dover, Delaware, starting a whole new life, starting over and fending for myself, basically. So what ended up happening was, every time I would go to DSU's financial aid office, and back then in 2017, DSU's financial aid office was very shiesty, because a lot of the people that worked there no longer work there to this day. So every time I would go to the financial aid office, and I made sure I had my mom on the phone, because that's one thing that I did learn when you go to these financial aid offices at these colleges. Make sure your parents are on the phone, or someone that you know, that you love and trust, can vouch for you, because they be lying. They be lying. They be telling you different things. They be telling you the wrong things, which is why it's very important that prior to you moving in, you need to make sure that all your stuff is situated, and get it done and out the way, so that way by the time it is time for you to move in, you could just move in, smooth sail, and live your college life. But again, I did not know that. I was not prepared for that, and I wasn't told that, honestly. Like, I wasn't told that. And like I said, I did everything on my own, by my own. Like, I didn't have the emotional love and support of my family that I needed at that time. So DSU's financial aid office always told me, I didn't have a balance. I didn't have to pay anything. So like, as the months are getting older, I clearly have a balance, but they're not telling me what needs to be paid, how much needs to be paid, and when it needs to be paid by. They're just lying to me at this point. They're not telling me what I need to hear, and at this point, I'm sick of it. So, like I said, I completed a full semester, and then I come back in January for the spring semester. At that point, and if you see my college roommate horror story, I had got kicked out of Laws Hall, and I was moved into Jenkins, so I had my own dorm to myself because at the time I had a roommate, but that was a different situation with that one. And I had got a note under my door. Under my door, I got a note from the financial aid office stating that I had owed them $7,000. I need to give them $7,000 by within the next few days. Jesus, I need to give them $7,000 within the next few days. Otherwise, I need to withdraw from my housing. Now, I can't commute to DSU because it's not like I live in Dover or I live in a surrounding city near Dover and I could just commute. And I didn't have a car or my license at the time either. I live all the way in New Jersey, so commuting was dead. It was not going to work. And I'm going to get into where this $7,000 price tag came from. So I went to the financial aid office with my friends, and they had told me that yes, I had racked up $7,000 with DSU, and it needed to be paid in order for me to continue the spring semester. So the lady that I talked to, I don't remember her name, but she was dark skinned, had hair to about right here. She had glasses, and she was like an older lady. And y'all might know who I'm talking about. I just really don't remember her name, but I'm pretty sure her name is on my case file because every time after this encounter that I'm about to mention that I had went to DSU, everybody that was a part of my case no longer works at DSU in their financial aid office at all. So that's how I know that I'm a victim of them doing some weird bullshit because it's stopping me from furthering my education. So she told me that she could take my spring financial aid and put it on my fall balance, which was the $7,000. But I wouldn't have aid for the spring semester. Now, if I'm already struggling to pay for the fall semester, I'm not going to then take my spring semester aid and put it on my fall balance, if you're following me. And the only way that you can do that is with the permission of the student. I did not give this woman permission, and she also, and this is one thing that I will remember, and I remembered this to this day. She said that in order for this to happen, in order for me to take my own aid from one semester to apply it to the other, I would have to have it in writing. Like, I would have to write it out that I'm giving her permission to do that, and they would need my permission. And I never gave any permission. I didn't sign anything. I wasn't notified of anything. So what ended up happening was my spring semester balance, all my financial aid from the spring semester was applied to my fall balance. But that's why I had that $7,000 price tag, if you're following me. I'm really hoping this is making sense. I'm trying to explain it to the best of my ability and my memory, because this was 4 years ago. So yeah. Long story short, I didn't have the 7K. My family didn't have the 7K, so I ended up moving out and withdrawing from Del State. So after I left Del State, I had went to medical assistant school. I was embarrassed. I felt like a failure coming back home, not being in college, because it was just like I had worked my ass off the year prior as a graduating senior to get there, and now I'm no longer there, and my family couldn't help keep me there. So I had went to medical assistant school, did that. And then, you know, ever since then, I've been going to DSU to figure out, you know, how I could get in and out of how I could get back there, because it's an HBCU. I want to graduate from HBCU. I see myself thriving at an HBCU, but it's just Del State's not allowing that to happen. And it just sucks because, like I said, I had worked my ass off to get there, and for me to come back home with nothing, not a degree, I can't even further my education on other places, because if you do know that when you have a balance on your account out of college, they can withhold your transcript, which I feel like is very fucked up, because y'all want me to pay $7,000 for a piece of paper to go to another institution to prove that not only did I take classes here, I have grades, and to prove that I was actually there. I think that's very unfair and that's very fucked up. I went to DSU numerous of times within the past 4 years to figure out where the $7,000 price tag came from, how I can get rid of it. Excuse me. I even tried to go back. I even tried to go back in 2019. And one of the reasons why I didn't get much financial aid, because I know somebody's going to ask in the comments, the reason why I didn't get much financial aid when it came to DSU, a lot of y'all know about the Parent Plus loan. I was denied for the Parent Plus loan for some odd reason back then, and I was given loans and they increased, or I forget how it works. If you get denied for a Parent Plus loan, you know what I'm talking about. But Parent Plus loans are really what keep the kid in college, on top of whatever grants, scholarships, and money that the school gives them. And then, you know, whatever's left that after their tuition for that year is covered, it becomes a refund check. And the refund check is what you get, you know, the following year after tax. You get what I'm saying? So, recently I had a woman reach out to me. I forget what her name is. I'll pass her somewhere on the screen once I find the messages, because I'm gonna put them somewhere here on the screen. She had emailed me asking me if she could speak to me about settling my $7,000 balance. So I'm like, okay, I clearly don't have the funds. So I'm like, well, let me just tell her my story. The story that I'm telling you guys, verbatim, word for word, I told her. And she was like, well, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. This has been going on for 4 years. No one can tell me where this $7,000 price tag is coming from. Everybody in the financial aid office is giving me a runaround. Everybody that's on my case and on my file, when I pull up my D number at the financial aid office, no longer works there. So that should tell you guys that there is something wrong. Like, there should be a red flag in your system that something is not right. So she tells me that I was charged a full year's worth of housing when I was at DSU back in 2017. Now, y'all just heard me tell y'all, yes, I did attend DSU, but for 1 semester, not the entire year. And for those who don't know the semester time frames, it was August of 2017 to December of 2017, which is considered the fall semester. And the second semester of your freshman year, well, my freshman year at the time, was it was January of 2018 to, I believe, May of 2018, if that makes sense. Yeah, something like that. And like I said, I was not there for the second semester. I had to withdraw from DSU, and I could no longer attend because I could not afford the housing. So why did y'all charge me $7,000 for a full year's worth of housing? 1. 2, why didn't y'all tell me this 4 years ago? 3, now that $7,000 balance is in collections with the collection credit agency, which I'm pretty sure that $7,000 price tag is on my credit report. And then on top of that, that $7,000 price tag is withholding my transcript to prove that I have went there and to prove that I have taken certain classes for my new major now, which is biochemistry. So Rowan needs to have information. When I applied to Rowan, I knew my financial aid was going to be a problem. I knew that there was no getting around that, and I knew that they wanted proof of history. I have what's called or what's considered unusual enrollment history. They want to know, well, FAFSA wants to know, and Rowan, they want to know what universities and colleges did I attend before then. But I don't have the physical proof because I have this $7,000 price tag on my fucking account at Delaware State, and I'm just now being told about it. So I contacted Mr. Coleman, who is the housing director of DSU. I had talked to him a couple weeks after I had talked to the lady. And you know, he was like, well, why didn't you call me back then? You know how long ago that was? And I was like, you know, I understand, Mr. Coleman, but I'm just being told this now 4 years later. If they told me that 4 years ago, I promise I probably wouldn't have been in this situation. I probably would have paid off whatever DSU wanted me to pay off, and I would have got the fuck up out of there and went to another school. But I had spent so much time picking my life back up and figuring out what the fuck I was going to do, because school was my only option. Like, that's something that I wanted to do. That's something I was passionate about. That's something that I still want to do. But it's so hard to further my education when DSU is not letting go or letting up on me at all. Like, I literally physically cannot attend Rowan without verifying and getting the proper financial aid to attend their university without DSU giving up my transcript. I called Mr. Coleman and he told me that, you know, he would figure it out and he would call me back. Mr. Coleman has not called me back to this day. I've emailed him. He has not emailed me back. I called the housing department the other day, actually, verbatim, the assistant, I don't remember her name, and she's very fucking lucky. I had, you know, tried to give her a brief summary of my story of what happened. And, you know, she tried to cut me off and was like, well, I'm so sorry, but, you know, you're going to have to call somebody else, or Mr. Coleman is very busy with the housing assignments for this year. I'm sorry, but I don't give a fuck about the class of 2024, 2025, or wherever we're at right now in this moment of time. Throwing no shade, because of course I care about them, granted, and I hope that they have a far better experience at DSU than I did. But I need to get this situation settled now. I'm trying to, you know, pick my life back up and further my education and do what's right for me and start a new life anew to get out of this toxic ass situation that I'm in right now. And DSU is not helping or trying to comply, and I don't like that. And I don't like how she tried to tell me, well, he's got something else more important to do, basically. Like, my situation isn't important. My situation has been put on the back burner for 4 fucking years, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm fed up. So fast forward to August 3rd, and I'll put the screenshots here on the screen. August 3rd of this year, like I said, I applied to Rowan. I had got in. I'm a biochem major. I picked my classes out. I need to pick up my ID. I need to take a placement test for one of my classes so I can get into it and schedule it. I need to, I'm moving in allegedly on the 16th of which is next Monday. But I can't do all of that because my financial aid is not verified. And Rowan wants $13,000. And the reason why I feel like Rowan wants $13,000 is because I have not been able to verify my enrollment history with DSU and Prism Career Institute, which is the medical assistant school I had attended after DSU, which proves that I was not at DSU for that entire year, and I should have never been charged a full year's worth of housing. And I'm going to get into the whole Prism Career Institute story as well. So basically with that, and Rowan wants the $13K by August 25th. I'm rich, but my finances haven't reflected that yet. I don't have 13 bands to just throw at my education, unfortunately. And it sucks that no matter what I do, it just seems like I keep getting knocked down. And I've been passionate about trying to keep hope alive, and I've been passionate in trying to keep my head on straight and not listen to people of telling me, you know, maybe school's not for you. I don't want to hear that. I'm a fucking nerd. I love school. I've always loved school. When I was younger and I got my tonsils taken out, I was supposed to be recovering for 2 weeks. I only recovered for like 3 or 4 days because I love school that damn much, and I wanted to be at school learning. Like, I have a passion for school. I have a passion for nursing. I'm such a loving person, such a caring person. So me being in the nursing field is perfect for me. I love drawing blood. I love doing all that, you know, gory, gushy shit, okay? So I'm not trying to hear that. I really want to further my education. I really want my degree, and I really want to get out of this household. Like, this household is driving me nuts. I'm losing my patience. My patience is running thin. I cannot elevate and heal in a place that has hurt and traumatized me for the past 22 years of my life. You feel me? So it's just a lot, and it's very discouraging because it's like, damn, like if DSU don't lift that hold, I can't go to DSU. I mean, I can't go to Rowan. And then on top of that, with Prism, I owe Prism like $900. I don't remember the exact amount. It could be $928. I'm not sure. It's 900 something dollars. I did not know that after you graduate from Prism Career Institute, first of all, I didn't know that they're not accredited. Do not attend Prism Career Institute. The reason why I had attended Prism was because all of the nursing classes that I didn't get a chance to take at DSU, and classes that I did take at DSU that I needed to retake specifically was anatomy. None of those classes will go to anything or any university that I was transferred to. It's a non-accredited university, meaning that you take the classes, but you don't receive the credits for them, which I think is stupid. And if I had known that and did my research on that, I would never have gone there. But I need to prove that I went to them as well. So I need to pay them $900 in order to get my transcript, which, again, another price tag. Like, it's just a lot. So all in all, I created a GoFundMe to help share my story and to help pay off all this stuff so I can get back in school and to get my degree and to get where I want to go in life. Like I've doing a GoFundMe is my last resort. Y'all know me, and if you personally know me, you know I don't do shit like this. I'm not the begging type. Not saying that I'm begging. I don't ask for help. I will literally wait, or I will literally just I don't know. I try to figure everything out on my own, and I know I can't do everything on my own. And I think that's such a toxic trick to have. And I hate asking for handouts. I hate feeling like I'm asking people for shit. But no, this is serious. This is something that I'm very passionate about. This is something that I want. This is something that means the world to me. Like I really, I really feel like my degree will save my life. And like I said, get me out of this toxic ass situation that I'm in that I no longer can handle because it's a lot. It's too much. I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of being around it. My energy can no longer withstand being here. It's draining me. It's sucking me dry. It's not helping me. And to still have parents to this day that will not help me, that will make shit harder for me, it's not cutting it. So if you guys could please donate, and please donate to my GoFundMe down below in the description box. I will greatly appreciate it. I'm really trying to just, like I said, I'm trying to push. I really am. But it's so hard when you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and everything is just pushing you back and pushing you back and pushing you back and knocking you down, knocking you down. And I know I'm not the only victim of this. Like, I feel like a lot of people at HBCUs and Del State specifically have gone through this, but it sucks. Like, I literally see people all the time at college doing not a fucking thing. Like, they literally go there to do nothing but party, waste their time, purposely get bad grades. Like, they don't take it seriously. And you have me, who's so serious about getting their education, so serious about making a difference when it comes to this nursing shit, due to what's going on in the world, and I can't even catch a break to get back in there and really do what I need to do. Like, I'm really passionate about school. I've always been passionate about school, and it just sucks that everything was robbed from me so quick and so fast, and no one has made it easy to figure out how to put this puzzle piece back together. So if you guys could donate to my GoFundMe link down below in the description box, that would be great. Any donation is appreciated. I know I'm going to reach my goal. This is literally my last resort. I don't care how long it takes me. Even if I miss out on the fall semester and I can go in the spring starting of 2020, 2022, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all don't understand, when you're in a toxic, and y'all have seen my TikToks, like, when you're in a toxic living situation, that shit is draining. It's horrible. It's terrible. I don't deserve any of this. Like, and it's literally me, 22 years old, getting it out the mud on my own to this day, again, 4 years later, and I'm tired. Tired is not even the word. You can ask my friends. I didn't even want to do the GoFundMe because, like I said, I feel like there are more people out there in the world that utilize GoFundMe and need it more than I do, but I need them now more than ever. So if you guys could donate, that would be great. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's pretty much my life. I didn't want to tell you guys that I was going back to college because I feared that this would be another issue once again, because like I said, I got accepted into rowing back in like March. I picked out my major, my classes are picked out. I have a move-in date, and I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to move in with this price tag on my back. I'm going to keep calling DSU, specifically Mr. Coleman, because somebody needs to figure this out. It's not like I have any lawyers or anything like that to help really just put fire under these people's asses, but clearly I'm gonna have to be the one to do it. And I'm also gonna reach out, or have my TikTok family help me reach out. I didn't want to have to use my TikTok platform. I didn't want to have to use YouTube. I didn't want to have to do any of this because, like I said, I'm not this type of person. Like, this is not the type of person that I am. I'm not the, I don't know. I just don't do this shit for show. But now y'all are playing with me. Y'all playing with my money. Y'all are playing with my education. And I don't like that. Y'all, people need to stop playing with me. Seriously. It's only so many times that a bitch can be played with. I'm no longer going to be the one being played. I'm going to be the one playing in my field, being a biochem major, respectfully. So, that's my life right now. Other than that, a little mini life update. Well, that was a huge life update that I gave you guys, but TikTok, my TikTok page is no longer monetized. I'm banned from getting paid from TikTok until January 31st of 2022. They did not say why. They just said that my account has violated their terms multiple times, which that's one stream of income down. Which kind of sucks because, like I said, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love TikTok. I don't do TikTok for the money. The money is just a bonus, and money is the root of all evil. But you know, it's just like, you know, damn, like, y'all have child groomers on the app. Y'all have pedophiles. You have openly known racists on the app. And then you have little old me, and I guess I have a lot of impact with my fan base, and y'all just stripped me of my fun. So that's fine. I was also blocked for like posting for like 48 hours, which was weird. And I also feel like I'm shadow banned as well. I lost about 2,000 to 3,000 followers, which isn't a lot to you guys, but to me that's a lot because I've never lost followers. I've only gone up since I've been going viral since last October, and it's crazy. My TikTok anniversary is about to come up, which I can't really say that I'm not excited about because it doesn't seem real that I've been on TikTok for a year. But it's just a lot, and I noticed that I take my L's and threes, and those were the three things: me getting blocked, my monetization, not sticking up the middle finger, me being blocked, my monetization being snatched, and me being shadow banned and losing followers. So that really just means that I'm about to take a huge W. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm praying that whatever it is, God blesses me with W's back to back. I know in life that we don't always take L's, but I take my L's the worst because they come in threes, and it's just me. Like, it's not like I have anybody to ask or fall back on or can talk to about, you know, what it is that I'm going through and can help me out in the ways that I need help. So I take them very hard, and I take them seriously, and I'm hard on myself because, like I said, I'm the only one that can provide the lifestyle that I'm living. I don't have parents, I don't have family. I have friends, but your friends can only do so much, and I don't expect them to help me every single time I go through stuff like this. And it's not often that I go through stuff like this. If anything, they're the last ones to know because I don't be trying to tell them this either, because and that's another toxic trait I have. I feel like I said, other people go through worse things than me, and I try to devalue my situation to glorify theirs, when in all actuality both of our situations is bad. I shouldn't, you know, downplay my situation because someone's going through something worse than me. What I'm going through is worse too. I'm thinking about going back to therapy. No one knows this. This is the first time I'm ever bringing this up on social media. I attended therapy when I was a senior in high school. At RCGC, they had offered therapy to students if you were a student. I had took a couple therapy sessions, and I had stopped going because clearly I had graduated. And I haven't sought therapy since then. And I'm thinking about getting a therapist because I don't have the answers to everything. I am sore about certain things and certain aspects of my life, and the shadow work that I've been doing is showing me that I'm a little sore about certain things. And You know, even though I talk about what I go through on TikTok and it helped me get to where I am now, hearing that stuff out loud sometimes really fucks me up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, not having the love of a mother or a father or a sibling or your grandmother, it really sucks. Like, everybody tries to paint me out to be the bad guy, like I'm this big bad wolf and I'm just disrespectful and mean as fuck. I don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings. I'm careless, I'm selfish, I'm this, I'm that. And it's just like, nobody wants to talk about why I'm like that. I'm mean because I don't want to talk to you. I'm mean because I don't want to put up with your shit. I'm mean because I'm protecting my energy to not snap out on you, because I've lost my mind before. I've completely lost my mind before, and I don't want to talk about that on social media too much. Maybe when I'm a little bigger, I'll talk about it. But yeah, like, I've completely lost my mind before. I've allowed my inner demon to come out of me. And when you're so angry and you're in a place where you feel like you're capable of doing some shit that you can't take back, that is some scary shit. So I definitely am gonna seek a therapist. I have to start my search soon. I just been so unmotivated because it's literally like, here I am again 4 years later trying to pick up the pieces of my life from 4 years ago, and 4 years later I still can't even do that. So it's just been a lot. I've been really trying to get back on my social media tip because I am an influencer. This is my job. Like, I can't just not show up to my job, even though I do it in the comfort of my room. It's just been so hard to get on camera. It's been so hard to come up with ideas, and I'm trying to restock Bratsway. I'm trying to expand Bratsway into cosmetics. Like, it's a lot. And I'm starting to realize now that I need help. I need help. And you know, I'm a very strong person, and that's the people that you need to check on. You need to check on your strong friends, because we're the ones losing our fucking minds, okay? But yeah, that's just welcome to the life of Nye, aka Nyethebrat. If you thought my life was perfect or was getting any better, I mean, this is where we're at. Now, I will say I am grateful because compared to last year to this year now, this time last year, I am doing a lot better mentally. I'm not really in a dark place anymore. I'm really just focusing on healing, battling my inner self, and really getting more highly in tune with myself, because, you know, I'm noticing that there are a lot of things that I like. There's the things that I don't like. And like I said, I don't have the answers to everything. So I'm really just trying to do it all on my own, but do it all on my own in efficient time, because I am 22, and I feel like a lot of us in this generation now will tell you, when you're in your 20s, especially your early 20s, I'm talking about your 20, 21, 22, 23, you feel like time is passing you by, and that's what it feels like. It literally feels like time is passing me by. I feel old as fuck. And in all actuality, I shouldn't feel like that. I should be living my life. I should be doing what I need to do, which I am. But like I said, it's hard. And when you don't have the emotional support and the love of your relatives, it sucks. It's hard. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I'm just some tough body bitch and I really got it all together. No, I'm not. I cry. I cry because what I once had, I no longer have. I cry because the inner child in me really wishes that I didn't have to go through all this. It wishes that I could be protected from everything that I've gone through. But everything that I've gone through this far has shaped me into the human being that I am today. It has shaped me into becoming a woman. It's shaped me into just taking a different route and taking a different path in life, and everything is just so hard, and I hate that for me. I'm trying to get my license. Y'all seen last year I got my permit. My permit ended up expiring. Now due to the pandemic, it's so hard to get an appointment at the DMV to get anything done, even your license. So, you know, that sucks. I don't have anybody to teach me how to practice driving. Y'all probably like, driving is so easy. I'm so tired of hearing that, because even my best friend was saying that for a while, and it was pissing me off, because it's not that driving itself is hard. It's hard because I don't have anybody to teach me so I can get my shit and just go. Like, getting my license is probably one of the hardest things besides getting back into school. And it's so annoying because it's like my sister didn't have to go through any of that. Nobody that has their license in my family, which is really just my grandma, my mom don't have her license. It wasn't that hard. Like, it just seems like everything is not working in my favor and I have to work like 20 times harder to get shit done. And I try to stay positive. I meditate. I listen to music. I listen to my gospel music. I pray. I go outside. I sun gaze. I journal. I do a lot to feed my mental and to just keep me calm and keep me sane. But boy, I have my days where I'm ready to just flip the fuck out and just go crazy. But I can't do that because I can't afford to, like I said, take my L's and threes. I can't afford to, I just can't afford to lose. You feel me? I can't afford to undo anything that I've already done and made for myself. I'm no longer stooping to anyone's level of immaturity. That's just not in me anymore. Yeah, I feel like I talked y'all guys' heads off. I am gonna talk about this on TikTok too, so please, 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 even if you don't donate, just share my story. I'm gonna connect this video to the GoFundMe link along with my TikTok videos, which I will link down below in the description box because I'm gonna make them after this video, so it all makes sense. I just won't be able to go into depth really in those videos because it's TikTok. They ban you for anything. And I only had 3 minutes, which is why I made like a almost hour-long video of everything, how it was going on. So to basically summarize everything, if I did miss some details or if you didn't understand something, DSU charged me $7,000 for housing for the year that I was there. Well, the semester that I was there. The account went into collections. They were pushing me to pay it until a lady in some sort of department, which I still to this day can't remember, excuse me, like I said, which is why the proof will be posted within this video, reached out to me and told me that I was charged for 4 years worth of housing. I didn't need to talk to the housing department. The housing department at DSU, aka Mr. Coleman, has not emailed me back. He has not called me back with a solution to figure out what's going on. That hold just needs to be lifted because I wasn't there and I had some sort of aid provided to me by the school, and I had put down $2,000 on my account. So whatever y'all need me to pay, that should be paid for, and that hold should be lifted so I can take my transcript and put it and send it to Rowan so I could attend this fall semester. Prism Career Institute, they need $900 from me in order for me to get my transcript, which I think is wild as fuck. So, and Rowan also needs that. And if I don't have the Prism Career Institute transcript, even though my credits are not credible, and if I don't have my transcript from DSU to prove that I was there, I have been considered to have unusual enrollment history to where FAFSA for Rowan cannot properly award me financial aid, which is why I had that $13,000 price tag in order for me to pay by August 25th, which is not possible and not gonna happen. I hope this was very informative for you guys. I'm not gonna cry. I'm just, as you could tell, I'm just tired. Like, everybody will tell you how tired I am. People closest to me will tell you how tired I am. Hell, my TikTok family will tell you how tired I am. I'm so tired. And I'm a fighter, I am, but it's just like, I'm trying to win this fight. I have to. I don't have no choice. I'm still first gen. I'm still getting it out the mud. I just know that once I touch foot on Rowan's campus, I'm going to elevate. My channel is going to take off. Y'all love seeing college vlogs. I've seen that for myself. I'm getting into makeup. I want to do makeup on campus. It's just a lot that I want to do, and it's a lot preventing me from doing what I need to, and it's so hard. And like I said, I gotta work 20 times harder because I don't have anybody in my corner. I don't have the emotional support. I don't have financial support. Everything that I want and do and say and clothe myself with and feed myself, I pay for on my own. I don't get any handouts. I don't get help. I don't get none of that. So it just makes it 20 times harder when you're on your own in your 20s. I pray that nobody has to go through what I go through. If you are in school, stay in school. If that's what you're passionate about, don't let nobody tell you that school's not for you. Don't let nobody tell you about what you want to do. You feel me? Don't let nobody talk you out of that. Please take school seriously, because as you can see, I'm I'm struggling to get back there. Granted, I wouldn't say that I didn't take school serious when I was at DSU. I took it very serious. It was just that every time, as it was just as serious as I took it, it just seemed like none of my work was paying off. I was a nursing major at DSU. Getting into DSU's nursing program is hard as hell. Anatomy is so hard. I was up late nights until 4 in the morning when I had an 8 a.m. anatomy class, hosting study sessions, doing the cahoots, and studying all night long. And it just seemed like no matter what I did, it wasn't working. I kept failing, and I was so tired of it. But yeah, just do what you need to do. Stay in school. School's for you. School's for you. School's not for you. School's not for you. I know school ain't for a lot of people. Don't let people force school on you, because then you're going to go into debt. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. And 9 times out of 10, the degree you got, you may not even use, or the degree you got may not even get you the job that you want. You might be working at Starbucks, and I'm just being completely honest. It's a win-win, miss with either way it goes. But don't let anybody make you feel like you're less than because you don't have a degree. I know a lot of people that got degrees that you feel me? So yeah, I am gonna do a story time about my toxic family. I did a live last year, but I never kept it up on my channel because I just didn't want that negative energy on my channel. But I'm gonna go into depth about how we fell out, why I am right now where I am, what happened, how it all happened. You guys have been waiting for that. So that'll be the next video after this one, and then I'm just gonna get back into my regular scheduled programming of content, because after that I don't want to talk about it anymore until I give y'all an update on me getting the fuck out this bitch and living my life and just elevating, because that's all we finna do. We're just gonna elevate. We're gonna keep going. So stay tuned for that story time. That's gonna be unedited. I'm not cutting anything out. I'm telling y'all the God honest truth. Y'all can go on my TikTok for verification of the story times. I'm not the one to lie. I'm literally just exposing character and showing y'all what I've been dealing with for the past year, because I shouldn't be dealing with this shit at my age. I shouldn't be dealing with it at all, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So thank you guys so much for listening. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in my next video.